Good evening, Superintendent Moschella, members of the Abington School Committee, faculty, parents, and students. Welcome to the 2025 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. Boa noite, Superintendente Moschella, membros do Comitê Escolar de Abington, professores, pais e alunos. Bem-vindos à cerimônia de posse do National Honor Society de 2025.
Buenas tardes, Superintendente Moschella, miembros del Comité Escolar de Abington, profesores, padres y estudiantes. Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de inducción de National Honor Society 2025.
Bonsoir, Directrice Moschella, membre Comité de l'École Abington, professeur, parents et élèves. Bienvenue dans la cérémonie Intégration National Honor Society 2025. Là.
My name is Samuel Almeida, and I am the president of National Honor Society. We would like to begin our evening by introducing the current members of the Abington National Society who were inducted last year. Vice President, Jake Naligan. Secretary, Nicholas Harris. Treasurer, Andrew Van Luling. Ways and Means, Grace Garcia. Aya Abibi. Wenchina Asilian. Riley Agnew. Lily Ahern. David Byrne. Savannah Erickson. Leah Day. Kaylee Fitz. Matthew Grafton. Michaela Gunning. Elena Hogan. Emily Lopes. Moss Michelangelo Umil. Mason Nash. Isabella Norton. Brenna O'Brien. Olivia Platka. Vanessa Shepard. Tyler Stady. Julia Stardioni. Matthew Sullivan. Elsie Testa. Jacob Tikhonov. Miranda Vacon. Ava Williamson. We now welcome our Ways and Means Officer, Grace Garcia, to recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand if you are able and remove your hats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our national anthem will be sung by NHS member Miranda Vacon.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Please be seated. At this time, I would like to invite Superintendent Felicia Moschella to give our opening remarks.
Thank you. Good evening. Whoops. Ooh. Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be with you tonight as we celebrate one of Abington's proudest traditions, the induction of new members into the National Honor Society. This evening is all about what makes Abington special, a community that values scholarship, leadership, service, and character. These are not just the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. They're the same qualities that define our students, our school, and our town. I'd like to begin by thanking Principal Bourne, Assistant Principal Casey, and Miss London, our dedicated National Honor Society advisor, for their leadership and for creating opportunities like this one for our students. When I think about what we're honoring tonight, I'm reminded of a story many of you may have heard or seen. I actually just saw it again this weekend on Instagram. And it's about a teacher who stood before her class with a large empty jar. She filled it first with big rocks and asked the students if it was full. They all enthusiastically said yes. Then she poured into the jar pebbles, which made their way into the spaces between the rocks. Again, she asked if it was full. And again, they unequivocally said yes. Finally, to prove them wrong, she poured in sand, which filled in all the remaining gaps. The teacher explained that the jar represented your life. The big rocks are the most important things, your values, your relationships, your purpose. The pebbles are the goals and achievements you pursue along the way, and the sand is all the smaller details that fill your days. And if you think about it, if you put the sand in first, she told them, there's no room for the rocks. But if you put the rocks in first, there's room for everything else. Inductees, you understand that lesson. You've learned to keep your big rocks, integrity, service, learning, and care for others at the center of your lives. You found balance between achievement and compassion, between striving for excellence and lifting up others. That's what makes this recognition so special. It's not about what you've achieved, but how you achieved it, with grace, perseverance, and humility, all qualities that make us proud to call you all members of our Green Wave Nation. To the families and staff members here, thank you for your guidance and encouragement you've given to our students along the way. And to our inductees, as you take your pledge tonight, remember that the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society aren't just words on a banner. They're a way of life. Scholarship reminds us to stay curious and never stop learning. Leadership calls us to lift others up. Service reminds us that true success is found in helping others. And character guides us to do what's right, even when it's not easy. Continue to learn with passion, to lead with grace, and to serve with heart. The world needs what Abington has taught you and what you've shown us to get you here tonight. Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, once said, "From the time you were very little, you've had people who smiled you into smiling, people who have talked you into talking, sung you into singing, and loved you into loving. Tonight we celebrate you and all those who have loved you into learning, and the ways you, in turn, will help others learn and grow." On behalf of the Abington Public Schools, I want to congratulate each of you. You represent the very best of our schools. Your hard work, your compassion, and your quiet persistence makes a difference every day. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Moschella. Good evening, school administration, parents and guardians, and National Honor Society members. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for coming to celebrate this year's inductees. I'm joined here tonight with my fellow officers, Vice President Jake Nelligan, Secretary Nicholas Harris, Treasurer Andrew Van Luling, and Ways and Means Officer Grace Garcia. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the hard work and commitment these students have made throughout their high school careers. These students are the highest of achievers, and there are many of them. This year, there were a record number of 51 new students accepted. Tonight, this ceremony celebrates not only your induction to this ceremony into the National Honor Society, but also the 4 pillars in which you have demonstrated excellence in to get you here. These pillars are the backbone of our society and are meant to be carried with you throughout your entire life. As members of National Honor Society, you will use these pillars in a variety of ways to serve our community and our world. For example, in the past year, the current members have served 1,508 hours, an increase of over 100 from last year. We are very excited to see you all unlock your full potential for the upcoming 2025-26 school year. Our work in National Honor Society creates an impact in our community, and we look forward to accomplishing even more alongside our newest members. Membership has been earned by the candidates seated before us through the effective demonstration of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Our executive board will now review these qualities for the candidates. We will begin with scholarship by our Vice President, Jake Nelligan.
Scholarship indicates a commitment to learning. This is shown not only through a student's academic performance, but also through their willingness to learn and explore the world themselves. When someone takes the time and effort to educate themselves on their surroundings, they do not just unlock the true potential of their mind, but they truly see the, I'm going to restart this, sorry. Scholarship indicates a commitment to learning. This is shown not only through a student's academic performance, but also through their willingness to learn and explore the world themselves. When someone takes the time and effort to educate themselves on their surroundings, they achieve a unique understanding of their environment, which only benefits their mind. Despite having an end to formal education, humanity only stops learning once life ends. We are constantly learning through experiences and interactions amongst each other, and the recognition of that aspect is the greatest tool that one can have. However, it is only through diligence and effort that the highest knowledge can be achieved. These inductees have shown their diligence and effort not only when it comes to academics, but also in their lives. As long as you keep an open mind and an open heart, the opportunities to scholarship and learning are endless. In the words of Aristotle, the roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Thank you. Now, Treasurer Andrew Van Luling will speak on service.
Good evening. Service exemplifies the commitment these students are making to become impactful members of their school and community. These inductees are not only eager to better the world around them, but are also focused on personal growth and the invaluable lessons that come from volunteering. By striving to uphold their place in the National Honor Society, they will engage in meaningful service, volunteer, and work diligently. Their efforts will create significant change, leaving a lasting impact in our community. Every act of service, whether big or small, contributes to making a difference in our world. From tutoring peers and assisting in the library, to participating in community events, service inspires connection and fosters collaboration. With each new inductee, we are moving toward a brighter future, enriched by volunteering and service. Mother Teresa once said, "Give your hands to serve and your hearts to love." Thank you.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, a real leader strives to lead by example and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to set aside one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will continue moving forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they're ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. A true leader also demonstrates the willingness to stand up for their cause in cases, even when no one else is doing it, while simultaneously leading and taking in the ideas of others around them. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and fundamental duty to each of our members. As Doug Conant said, to promote anything in your team or organization, it must start with you. Change starts with you. Whether the question is about driving self-reflection, growth, accountability, performance, work-life balance, or any other desired behavior, my answer will always start with you first. Thank you.
Good evening. Character is defined as the moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Essentially, our character makes us who we are. It is what we believe in and how we behave. Having good character is a defining element of being a National Honor Society member. In the National Honor Society, we strive to do what is best for our community and what is best for the world. We go through life as respectful human beings that genuinely care about creating a better world and a better future. We enlist hard work in everything that we do and always strive to be our best selves. Our new inductees all have very strong characters. However, in the National Honor Society, we know that improvements can always be made. And I can confidently say that our new inductees will experience positive growth and change during the time with us. As said by John Hayes Hammond, character is the real foundation of all worthwhile success.
We now welcome Abington High School Spanish teacher, Senora Kate Ward, our keynote speaker.
Good evening, students, administrators, Mrs. London, faculty, and family members. Thank you very much for the invitation to serve as this year's keynote speaker at the National Honor Society Induction. I am Kate Ward, and I have been a Spanish teacher here at Abington High School since 2006. I myself am a very proud graduate of Abington High School as well. As I was preparing what I would say, I couldn't help but think back to my own National Honor Society induction in 1994. Yes, it was that long ago. What message do I wish I had heard all those years ago from our keynote speaker? Well, first off, all the students being inducted here tonight, as well as the current members, have proven that they are remarkable individuals and so talented. We have artists, actors, musicians, dancers, athletes, class officers, and club members. We have students who successfully juggle the demands of holding down a part-time job while keeping up with their schoolwork. We also have students who play a vital role at home, helping to ease the burdens of a parent or family member, or to offer support to a sibling. Students, through the rigorous admissions process for this prestigious group, you have demonstrated that your actions represent the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Your successful adherence to the pillars of scholarship, leadership, service, and character have essentially guaranteed that you are well-rounded individuals. Your skills and talents, along with the support of your family, friends, and many others cheering you on from the sidelines, have enabled you to accomplish great things already. I implore you to trust your abilities. There will be challenges along the way, and things will not always go as planned or imagined. But trust in yourself. You have the skills to withstand any storm. As my favorite singer, Tim McGraw, sang in No Te Olvides de Amar, the Spanish version of his hit song, Humble and Kind, No hay luz sin sombra. There's no light without shadow. There will be trying times, the deaths of family members and friends, the loss of a much-needed job, unexpected illnesses, and unmet goals and expectations. But these trying times only make the good moments even better. Life is full of high highs and low lows. Trust in yourself that you have everything you need to persevere through the shadows. And when you're on the other side of the storm, again taking from the words of Tim McGraw, when you get where you're going, don't forget to turn back around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. I have no doubt that this group will do just that. Please share your wisdom and leadership with the next one in line because you are good, remarkable people. Trust yourself to make a positive impact on those around you. How do I know that you will do just that? Because I have been blessed to have had a front row seat to some of the best moments thus far on many of your highlight reels. And I can't wait to see the rest because each one of you has so much potential. At the beginning of my talk, I mentioned that I had considered what I wish my keynote speaker had said back to me in 1994. Trust yourself. Trust your abilities and talents. Trust the connections that you've made with family and friends. Your time here at AHS is just the beginning of your adventure, and you have hundreds, if not thousands of people who are counting on you to make the world a better place. Continue to uphold the pillars of scholarship, leadership, service, and character, and you will go far. And as Tim would say, always stay humble and kind. Congratulations to all the members of the National Honor Society. Thank you.
And now, as your name is called by our Ways and Means Officer, Grace Garcia, we asked our inductees to come forward to the stage to receive their membership certificate and pin. At this time, all candidates please rise with our first row. We'll begin up the stairs to the stage with the rest of the rows to follow.
We will begin with our senior inductees. Natalia Coelho. Gregory Fish. Cara Laika Fleureman. Brooke Ormond. Alexis Pallotti. We now present our junior inductees. Carly Agnew. Brady Augusta. Lillian Bailey. Alea Bennett. Lainey Bergman. Madeline Bonatti. Dakota Burke. Aiden Calcano da Silva. Nathan Calcano da Silva. James Campbell. Henry De Oliveira. Sean Duggan. Emma Dwyer. Drew Flaherty. Sophie Fuller. Gabriel Garcia. Sadie Hernandez. Owen Kelly. Elise Libby. Cameron McNeilberry. Zoe Maslanka. Evangeline McCleary. Nolan McDonald. Caitlin McKiernan. Olivia McNeil. Samuel Medeiros. Thomas Muniz. Olivia Murphy. Kalina Wing. Sean Niles. Olivia Nunes. Michaela O'Leary. Lila Oppenheim. Taylor Peavy. Tristan Perry. Matthew Pfeiffer. Jack Riley. Chloe Richardson. Margaret Russo. Carrington Stady. Hannah Steele. Natalie Streb. Ben Tracy. Brendan Ward. Liam Ward. Jacob Whitman. Congratulations to our inductees.
At this time, will our current members, along with past NHS members, please stand and join us, our new inductees, as we recite together our National Honor Society pledge. I pledge myself to always seek the light of truth, to hold scholarly habits, to engage in worthy service, and to lead forward in all things aligning with the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. Thank you. You may be seated. And now please welcome Principal Jonathan Bourne, who will offer our congratulatory remarks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, families, friends, and congratulations to our newly inducted members of Abington High School's National Honor Society. My name is Jonathan Bourne, and I'm the proud principal of Abington High School, and thank you for joining us tonight. This special event would not have happened without the diligent efforts from our learning community. I'd like to start by thanking Jean Connon, our Director of Food Services, and her staff for catering the reception. I'd also like to thank the Abington High School main office and guidance staff, as well as the AHS office staff, Miss Bell, Miss Harrington, and Miss Padilla, who do incredible work behind the scenes answering our phones. I'd also like to thank our custodial staff who turned around from chicken fajita lunches for about 1,000 kids today to get the building ready, as well as clean this space and making it look great every day. I'd like to take a moment to thank Miss London, our National Honor Society advisor, as well as a faculty council and the executive board of the National Honor Society. I'd also like to thank the members of our Abington School Committee for their continued support. And finally, the support of school administration and leadership from Dr. Michella, Dr. Basta, Sarah Gainey, and Dr. Robbins, and of course, high school assistant principal Kate Casey. Well, you made it, right? Your academic performance, your service, leadership, and character have met the criteria for admission into National Honor Society. Today can and should feel like an accomplishment. Getting into National Honor Society, though, is not the end of the journey, nor is it the beginning of the end of your journey. To borrow a phrase from Winston Churchill, it is perhaps the end of the beginning. Did I lose any of you yet? By making it here tonight, you have asked to do more and asked to be held to a higher standard for the remainder of your time at our high school. Having made it here, you will be asked to do more, not less. You'll be expected to maintain your honorable character, especially while nobody is looking, including the lunch line. You will continue to perform community service, and you will do these things not just because they are required of you, but because they are the right thing to do. I very much look forward to seeing you grow with these opportunities and expectations, and if it is not clear already, please take a minute and look around this room. It's slightly awkward, but please look around this room. Nice. Nailed your first assignment. It is filled with people who love and care for you and will all help you do this very important work ahead of you. Congratulations to our new National Honor Society inductees. National Honor Society President Samuel Almeida will share a few final words and directions to conclude our evening.
We now ask new members to bring their NHS pins to their families for pinning, symbolizing how important these people are in your life and how they helped you achieve this accomplishment. Whether they drove you to school or practice, helped you lean into your passions, or gave you the necessary aids of success, we thank you for helping them in your journey. Please join me in applauding all of our new National Honor Society members. Congratulations. You can now make your way to the cafeteria for the reception.